myself yesterday. So now, Brandon Nimmo, let's get back to him because I think the Orioles are actually a fit there. He's a free agent outfielder. I think the man can hit. He had 16 home runs last year. I think in Camden, not so much the left field wall we got to worry about because you've already pointed that out. It's ridiculous. But I think this dude's a 20-homer guy. And he's not going to, replace Aaron Judge, the mentality. But the Orioles are not going in that direction. And I think if there's a free agent out there that you could kind of put into your mix, have another gamer type dude that they're starting to establish on the field, I think he would be a pretty good fit for the Orioles to entertain.
I'm hearing that nowhere out there. So that is truly a sleeper destination. And it makes sense. You explain as to why that could happen. How about Aroldis Chapman, whose kind of final moments in Yankee pinstripes were not what anybody envisioned? You know, he still has the blazing velocity. He could still help somebody. What's a sleeper spot for him?
Here was a sleeper combo platter with me and Orso because he had him somewhere else, and I changed locations, and I went with the Brew Crew. Can Milwaukee look at this? Because, look, what happened at the end of the year with Aroldis Chapman? Wherever he goes, chemistry issue could arise, correct? Because here's a dude that's had a little bit of baggage that's surrounding him, and he just kind of went MIA from the Yankees at the end of the year. So there is a chemistry issue somewhere. I thought the Brewers, simply because of this, are the Brew Crew necessarily 100% worried about chemistry? Because they traded away a closer when they were in first place, and then they went straight down, and I think that disrupted a little bit of chemistry. Could this left-handed guy replace Hader when they had him? And is it worth a 1-year take on Aroldis Chapman to go to Milwaukee? Because I think they have some capable pieces in the bullpen. I don't think he's necessarily thrust back into the ninth inning right away. They've got good starting pitchers. I think they do their job. I think it allows Counsell to use his bullpen the way he wants to. Not this, I'm going to move him up here now, do this, do that, because I thought they had the system down right with Hader. Hader became a ninth inning guy there and then went to San Diego, found himself again because he kind of went MIA a little bit. But I think Chapman to the Brewers might make some sense.
Oh, that's a real sleeper destination and an intriguing one, too. You make that point, like you go with that rotation. Bridge guy, maybe. You might not even need him. And then Chapman and Devin Williams?
Correct.
Wow, that's a lethal combination. Trea Turner is next for you to find a sleeper destination for. Look, the low-hanging fruit here is all the teams with vast financial resources. So I'm guessing you're scratching a little bit deeper than that.
Yes, and this is with the help of the mask thief upstairs or so. When you talk about Trea Turner, first of all, everybody should want him. But the Minnesota Twins went out there and got Correa, right? I don't think anybody saw that one coming the way it was. They got creative with the contract. Correa ended up opting out. So could Trea Turner actually slot in there? Look, Minnesota's in a division that Cleveland won last year and kind of caught some people off guard. Should you think if you're Minnesota you can compete with Cleveland? The answer is yes. Chicago underperformed. If you're Minnesota, do you think, okay, we can still compete here? Because I think the Central's for winning. I think any one of those three teams can jump up there and win that division. Minnesota might make another splash, and it would make sense to me.
It would. If they're trading Gio Urshela to clear the deck of, $2 million worth of payroll, it's not like that's going to help. You're not going to put that in the kitty for the big bank that's required here. But as far as a need and a potential fit, finances being another story, that makes sense. Not to mention we already have the quote for it.
The Twins have a new explosive weapon.
A new explosive weapon. I love that one. All right, let's put the next two free agents in the same category here. And if we were to bundle up Jacob DeGrom and Justin Verlander with all the accolades and ability and big game experience and hardware, yet the advanced age and risk on that side of the equation.
Correct.
Find some sleeper spots for them.
Well, you're going to love this, Matty, because we throw them into Texas. And I know what your thoughts are on this. It's the Charlotte. Everybody gets everybody's going to Charlotte. But look, it makes sense. No one, I didn't see Seager and Simeon going to Texas last year the way it happened. They spent a boatload of money. In fact, when I was almost going to sleeper Trea Turner, I was trying to jam Trea Turner down there somehow, some way, and say, okay, is Seager going to go over to third base? Trea Turner, you got Simeon right there. Because they went and got 2 shortstops last year. Why not go get another one this year? But I didn't do that. So let's say if they truly want pitching, these 2 guys, I don't think you have to go more than what's Verlander going to get? I understand it's a 3-year deal, maybe. Is that possible at his age? DeGrom, are you going to do a 3-year deal and pay him? Or are you going to do 4? What is it? But I just figured if you wanted a sleeper and you want to annoy, or I want to annoy you, I'm going to say both of these guys go to Texas and let's figure it out.
That would do it. That would
fire you up?
Yeah.
What would happen if that actually happened?
Well, first of all, Bruce Bochy would lose his mind.
I've lost my mind.
And then secondly, they'd win the World Series.
Right. But because Bruce Bochy didn't go there to finish 71 and 91.
True. That's
correct?
True.
So
no, you're right about that.
somebody sold him on coming to Texas to manage his team.
Yeah.
And now he's going to say, okay, what'd you sell me on?
I mean,
and prove it to me.
One maybe. Verlander going there is starting to resonate with me a little bit more. It's like a Nolan Ryan pathway almost. Not that that's how he's living his life, but I guess we should be open to that
I don't
kind of
think
possibility.
Verlander vaccinates his own cattle. I mean, I'm just saying.
Did Nolan do that?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Dude, one quick little story here. When we, 93, I played with Nolan the last year, so the parting gift that the team got together with, it was right after Carlton Fisk got a Harley, I believe. We bought Nolan 2 Longhorn steers. Okay, so we're sitting on the field in the old ballpark at Arlington facing the home plate area. The seats are around the mound and everything. The foreman of the ranch is driving the steer around the warning track. As soon as they get over here in sight, down the left field corner, Big Tex kind of sees something out the corner of his eye. The ceremony's going on. Big Tex gets out of his chair and starts walking towards the steer. So I think we did everything right. These Longhorns were outstanding. Yes, he worked his own ranch.
That's interesting stuff, man. I mean, that's not a fish story either.
No,
you saw
no
that
fish
yourself.
story.
I love it.
Firsthand.